sorry-ass DJ.
You can get some.
Many spend their days passively searching for something interesting to do. Others dig in and find it. While nothing is certain, anything is possible. And the anticipation leads you into action. Because it's here that adventures begin. Stories are unearthed. Secrets are revealed. Fortunes are found. Mysteries are solved. And the past is brought to life. Nothing valued is ever lost. It's simply waiting to be discovered. So here's the question. What are you looking for?
Metal detecting, simplified for newcomers. Exceptional stability in salt water. Waterproof up to 16 feet. Impressive depth and discrimination, similar to a high-end detector. All for an unbeatable price. Score, multi-frequency for all.
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detective Show. Good evening, Adrian.
Hello, David. How are you? You all
I'm
right? Good
jolly
evening,
fantastic. How are you?
everyone. All right. Busy week. Lost all connections with social internets because I've got a new phone and I don't know, and I've messed up all my communication channels. So if anyone's WhatsApping me, I can't get on there for 2 hours because I've faffed up migrating it from a new phone. But apart from that, all good. Weather's horrible, wet and windy, but Saturday should be good. So, and you're going out detecting tomorrow?
Yes, because in the north we are hardcore. Bit of rain doesn't bother us.
It's 130 mile an hour gusts outside.
Is that all? Lightweight.
Yeah, and yeah,
As our guest, who I can see at the bottom of the screen there on James's sparkly new laptop. Oh, looks like he'd gone out then. And I mean in the head. They'll tell you. Us up north, we're well hard.
Yeah, you might be, but your beer's not very good. Hi, Gareth. Howard.
Says you when I sent him some was delirious with it.
Hi, Philip Wills. Nice to see the regulars in the chat. And we've got a competition tonight, haven't we?
Yes,
do you
we
want to explain it?
Not one of our competitions. So tonight's guests, Olly's recently set up a small business doing apparel, metal detecting apparel. And for those of you who did buy something on his site over the last couple of weeks, automatically entered into a competition. First prize of which will be a Minelab Manta. No, it won't. Will be a Minelab X Terra Pro. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, and let me just add that to the screen. And second prize, he has also thrown in some site credit as well. So there you go. And there's his catalogue. He's got some goodies from the composite cleaning pencil on there. T-shirts. Oh, look at them. They're nice. Talking about them the other week.
I love that one. Just stop foil. But yeah, he's got lots of stuff on there, and it's quite cheap as well. I mean, you know, if you look at that, that's quite cheap.
Is that the type that we want?
Not camo. Nothing against camo. But
what are we going for? What are them?
I like that because look, it's got a reflective logo. So
yeah, when it only goes up bloody one under Dave's size.
But when we're walking home from detecting in the dark at Rodney Cook or Detectable, and someone says, "Who's that?" They flash a light. We could have the big dick detecting show. But yeah,
go back one. Go back one. Go back one. That hoodie
that
there.
One?
No, that one. Is that what we want with the big detective show on?
Would like.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah.
Ollie, we'll be putting in an order for one for each of us of them in the near future.
Yeah. So head over to digr, as in Romeo, where.com. Digr. And thank you. Oh, what have I done? Clicked the wrong buttons. Thank you for donating the Xterra Pro metal detector. Very, very nice
Adrian,
little present.
You back?
Yes, sorry. Do you know what? Before I was back, I was just reading up on, you know what lace tags are?
Yeah.
I think I found a few at the weekend and I forgot. So those who don't know, most people will. Nowadays, the end of our laces are sealed by plastic. But in medieval, post-medieval times, they had metal and some had gold and some had silver if you were really rich. And I found probably about 4 at the weekend. So whether there was someone who left their shoes or buried their shoes, I don't know. And we forget. Quite often people just think, oh, it's just a bit of metal and chuck it. But quite interesting lace tags. But sorry, yeah. Last week I went to the London to see the. Nearly said Queen. That would have been well. I could have. Well, yeah. I went to London all day, and it was really good. Most people go to the British
what
Museum.
Did you go to London for, Adrian?
To see a show in London. No. The Book of Mormon. It had the C
You
word.
went to see the Lady Boys of Bangkok. Tell the truth.
No, I did spend all day drinking with the housing manager heavily, and went to a very good Irish bar called Waxy O'Neill's. Yeah, a huge, really good Irish bar in London near Piccadilly. So yeah, we hopped on the train, half hour up there, and most people go to the British Museum. I didn't. I went to Trafalgar Square, see the King. He had a chat with him, and he was talking to me about. Well, funny enough, he's given it to me. He passed his Rutus. He's got a Rutus Atrex with the white coil, and he wanted to do the latest software update from Rutus, and he was having trouble. So I took it home, and I'm doing that for him. And yes, went all day drinking. Went and saw the Book of Mormon, and it had the C word in it, and it had men with big phallic things running around the stage. Biggest, most bizarrest show I've ever seen in my life. So I recommend it. Yeah, got home, chicken and chips, went to bed. Job done. I did miss the show.
Nicholas says end of a lace is an aglet.
Is that yes, that is correct.
What are you trying to say? Yes, Olly.
Yes. Where is TC? I think less said about that. Let's just
put it
say
this way: there was a white chocolate advent calendar involved this week. That's all we're putting out there.
Yeah.
And the insertion of said chocolates into certain areas of the anatomy that weren't
every Easter it happens. Do you remember last year when he was trying to sell Easter eggs at the swimming pool?
Yeah. Weirdo. Before we bring on tonight's guest, then, Adrian, we do have 2 voicemails this week, don't we?
Yes, we do. Well, is anyone in the chat
we actually need
German?
We actually need somebody's help because we have which one's that one? We'll do this one first. No, it's the wrong page. Got the right page. We'll do this one first because it's from Shane. Why isn't it coming out any noise? Press button. There it is.
Hello, it's Staffordshire Surgery, and I'd just like to let you know that I found gold 2 days in a row, and I'm absolutely buzzing over it. Oh, get in, guys. Keep digging them signals. If you're using the DS2, both gold to come up around 60, so just keep digging them.
And the next one, I think we're going to actually need a little bit of help with. Adrian and I have tried to decipher it somewhat. Struggling. I thought it was rude, but Adrian says it's not.
I know a bit of German, and I think.
But whoever sent it is legendary for sending us a German message.
We get everywhere, but they've met us because
like dog poo, we get everywhere.
Yeah, but you can't get us off with a stick. So anyone who speaks German, if they could help us translate this.
Hallo David, hallo Adrian. Ich wollte nur sagen, dass ich mich auf deine Show jede Woche freue und kann kaum erwarten, euch beide bei Detectivewahl wiederzusehen. David, dieses Mal kann ich dir beim Abwischen leider nicht helfen. Letztes Mal wurden meine Schuhe klatschnass und mein Mann war richtig wütend. Vielleicht können wir dieses Mal schwimmen gehen und Gary Cook mitnehmen, da er sonntags einen wirklich starken Haarschnitt hat. Ich werde auch meinen speziellen Marmorkuchen mitbringen und wir gönnen uns eine weitere Flasche Ananasrum. Liebe Grüße aus Deutschland, Gisela.
Was the name?
I think Gisela? There was Detectable, Gary Cook, which is Rodney Cook, but I've sworn there was something about swimming with Gary Cook.
Well, listen, I know someone who is very, very worldly wise, and I'm sure he'll be able to tell us exactly what they said. Good evening, James, and good evening, Olly.
Hey. Hi, guys. Hola, si senora.
That's not German, mate.
That's as close as we're going to get.
A very good Taiwanese. Do you go out there a lot?
Just on the weekends.
Thanks for
good
coming
evening,
on.
both.
Yes, we've got Ollie and James.
Which is which?
Ollie. James.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That'll be James.
Well, good evening, both.
Okay,
Obviously, I see you semi-regularly as it is. Adrian, less so. But busy few months for you, eh? Both.
If I'm honest, not for me. No, we've quite.
Yes, it has. You've been travelling all over the place. I know what you've been up to.
Well, we've been trying. But yeah, for Olly, new business, new website.
Yeah, well, so that's two new businesses to be fair, but one that everyone knows about, and then one that I've taken over recently through work. So it's been crazy at the minute. And then I've had the missus' birthday. We've just come back from Benidorm, which was absolute chaos. So it's been a hectic few weeks.
Oh. So what got you into sort of creating a shop to sell detecting stuff? Was it just because people kept asking you to do it, and you thought, "Hang on a minute"?
Yeah, a few people asked to do it, and I thought, well, I'll just buy the stuff and the equipment and just see how it goes from there. And then it sort of gradually progressed, and you sort of get a little bit better at making them, and it just all went from there. Really, it mainly through the Ministry of Detect, really, that everything sort of started, and then it sort of all just sort of different groups asking and people asking me to do them. So I just sort of took it from there.
And just to get it clear, on the website, you've got like Ministry of Detect tops, and there was forgotten the other one.
Yes, there's Lagathas, and there's also Lothian Relics as well.
But if someone wants a top doing and they've got a logo, they can simply email it to you. And
they just message it over to me. If they want me to do it, I can just do it for them if they want, or if they want me to sort of create them their own page within that group, I can do it that way, and then people, like members of their group, can order it. It's easy done that way.
It's all custom work.
There's a lot of people wanting different sizes. So the ones that I've done, there's people on there wanting different sizes, or they might want their initials putting on, or things like that. So you see, if they message me, I'm more than happy to accommodate where I can.
Is it printing or is it embroidery?
No, so it's all printed. So there's different types. So some of it is sort of it's done with vinyl. Another of it's done on like they call them like gang sheets. So they print them on gang sheets, and then it's pressed onto the actual clothing.
And is there a minimum order quantity?
No. Just order what you want when you want.
Oh, Dave, that's good, isn't it? And we thought the prices were good as well.
To be fair, I don't. It's not that I'm not making massive amounts of money. I'm not out there to make massive. It was literally just to try and help certain people out in certain groups. So I'm not saying I don't make anything. I do, but I try to keep it as low as I can, with as cheap as I don't charge shipping on it. So that's sort of incorporated into it as well. It's free shipping as well. So with everything that I'm doing, I put a few pound on from what it cost me to get the equipment and do it. That's it. So the delivery times are a little bit slower than probably other companies that do it. But then again, I try and factor that into sort of the costing at the end of it, really.
I was going to say postage isn't cheap, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, like I said, there's not a massive amount in it, but as long as people are happy with the stuff they're getting, it gives me a bit of something to do in my spare time. That's pretty much how I'm working at the moment.
Well, we've got Stephen Brame in the chat. He wants some custom stuff making, and no doubt some others. The website again, just for those who just joined, or
so it's www.digaware.com, and it's what I've been trying to do is it's hard to sort of do it and fit everyone into the main page. So I've been sort of giving everyone their own little subgroup within a page, so that people from that particular group can go in, order what they want, and do it that way, and it just keeps it a little bit separate, really.
No, so nice one.
Each group that wants to kind of custom wear, you can set them up their own little.
Yeah, so and then what I'll do is I'll put a link on their page, and they can go straight to it then.
Yeah, top man.
And you've got the ArcMD Mag Stroke Big Detecting Show page to go on there as well. Don't forget.
I've just said that.
We should have had them today. Come on, but I'm sure I can get you some reflective hoodies sent over. It's not a major problem.
No. Pay for them. Don't you worry.
Well, Dave, yours will cost more than mine, won't it? So
yes, I know. I need an extra large one.
So, how did you both meet each other?
Not in that way. Not in that way.
Sorry, yeah.
in a dark corner of Manchester.
To be fair, we both met on somebody else's dig, and then it wasn't it? Yeah, it was on somebody else's dig, and it just sort of progressed from there. Really, we
underground metal detecting it was, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was,
About-
yeah.
About 3.5 years ago.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it just sort of progressed from there. And then we're sort of more friends now than anything else, and it's sort of just took off from there, really.
Yeah, he's a massive help, Ollie, as well. I'm not saying it because he's sat here, do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to give him a big head, but
Yeah.
with Ministry Detect, he has done a lot to help us. He's, what's your other company? Hire It Here?
Yeah, so it's Harry here
Plug
too,
it,
so
man,
yeah,
plug
so it's
it.
Harry here too, so when we do like the weekenders and things like that, my other job is that we supply like toilets and marquees, equipment and stuff like that. So
There you go,
it's the
Marquee.
weekenders.
That'll fit me.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
That is
Yeah,
a
so
very
it's-
handy friend.
Yeah.
So like generators for stuff like that, and for all the everything really, like anything power wise and
much,
everything.
yeah.
So
If
I'll
I'm struggling, I
sort
just
of
go,
stuff like
Ollie, I need generator. No problem. It'll be there tomorrow. So it's quite good.
that.
Actually,
Yeah. So I can sort of
Well, I
raise
didn't
that.
know that, so I'm actually glad that you've mentioned that because I'm sure we can put some things Ollie's way, if not ourselves,
Yeah.
but definitely people who organise stuff in the chat. I'm sure they'll give you a shout at some point.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of great parts. I keep saying that. but
Yeah,
you're busy
I mean, I'm
enough,
not.
aren't you?
Yeah, it's not that we're not busy. It's just obviously with James. So it'd be like we'll sort of the generators. So we've got the food vans that come in, anything like that. I'll sort generators out for them, or for the marquees, we'll sort them out on the toilets and cleaning stations. So.
Wash stations, fire stations, everything basically,
Yeah.
everything you need to run the event. So really good to know.
Sorry to butt in. Did you hear the German voicemail we had a few minutes ago?
I did hear a couple of words at the end of it, which sounded.
Yeah. Dave,
Kind of sexy, but sorry.
Dave, have you read in the chat?
Dear Diggers UK, I translated some of what the woman said. I just wanted to say, I look forward to your show every week. And can Dave, this time, unfortunately, I can't help you with wiping last time my shoes and my husband was really angry. Maybe we can go swimming this time. I have really strong haircuts. I will also bring my special marble cake and we can get another bottle of greetings from Germany.
I heard an arsehole at the end of that before.
I think that might have been greetings or but so what wiping my shoes. What did you do, Dave? Because the pineapple rum detectable, Dave.
What happens at the RCM stays at the RCM.
Well, I woke you up in the morning, didn't I? About 8 o'clock, and you were still drunk. So, but marble cake haircut. Oh, very strange. Thanks, Dirt Diggers.
Yeah, thanks, Scott.
Yeah, that's that's got me thinking. Yeah, it's got me. I'm
Don't
wondering
think
what
too
you got.
much, mate. It's me you're thinking about. That'll just get
Yeah.
weird again.
Yeah. Out of interest, how much is it to hire a chemical toilet for a weekend?
Not cheap.
not only cheap. I mean, James just get a slight discount. But yeah, they're not. It sort of ranges really from individual toilets, probably 30, 35 pounds per toilet, something like that. Depending if you just want it just single use or you want it empty, it all varies really.
Do you come and empty them as well?
Do we do what? Sorry.
Do you come and empty them?
I don't, but we have some great staff on site. That,
we have some great admin with a pokey stick.
You've been on the weekends. You've probably seen them running around with plungers and like bleach. You've probably seen them running around.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I do wonder
Give him a stick and just sort the toilets out. I'm telling you.
because you go to the rallies and like the detectables, and Rodney Cook's got loads, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
And you think like that's got to be like I don't know. Let's say with all the cleaning out, toilet paper, hand gel, it's probably £100 a weekend. 'Cause it's there Friday.
You're talking more than that. So if you went through any standard company with a clean, if you want a daily clean as well, you're talking £200 a toilet. So a lot of people don't know that.
And it's not only the actual toilets themselves. You've got to think of getting them there. They'll probably charge people
Carriage,
£150 each way on the equipment as well. So the people who do the weekenders, there's an awful lot that behind the scenes that people don't realise what goes into it.
Yeah, you take it for granted, don't you? That
People
lovely trip.
they don't realise it's a lot of stress.
Especially on the really big ones, on the really big weekenders as well. You can imagine that you've got the best part, say 50, 60 toilets. What it's cost them to do it per toilet, then it's got cleaning and everything else. And obviously, some of the weekenders do showers as well, and that's more expensive again. It's an awful lot that goes in, and that's even just if they just turn up on site and they get there, not let alone arranging it all. And there's a lot that goes into it.
And that's all got to be paid in advance as well before you've even sold your tickets. Do you know what I mean? You've got to pay that up front.
We do talk about some crap stuff, though. You know what I mean?
Well,
crap
it's always made me wonder because everyone moans about them chemical toilets, but especially like Sunday morning. But
really is.
A lot of money. It's a lot of money. All these rallies that they put on.
It is, but you think as well. Like I know I've seen sort of comments throughout the groups that people are commenting on the price of tickets going up for the weekenders and things like that. But literally across the board, everything has gone up. So if they say last year they were, for argument's sake, paying £10 for a toilet, and this year they're paying £5, £15 for a toilet, it's got to be sort of, especially if it's a charity dig and things like that, it's got to be passed on somewhere. And I'm sure they've probably not passed on all the extra charges, but they're all sort of trying to do as best they possibly can for the chosen charities. Really,
and that's just the toilets we're on about. We're not talking about the big marquee. You're not talking about the generators, the lights.
Yeah,
the amount of other stuff. God, you don't see you don't think what goes on behind the scenes.
Like so much.
Detectable and Rodney Cook.
Yeah, so
Rodney Cook must. I wouldn't even like to think what's spent on organising that.
Yeah,
it's a fantastic. I absolutely love Rodney Cook. Probably one of the best out there, I would say. So well organised, it goes really good.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. But
I'm gutted. I'm missing it this year.
Who is?
I'm going Morocco. I'm going away, so I'm going to miss it.
Oh. Well,
so I come the week after. Come to Detectable instead.
Possibly.
It's not far.
Are you going to Detectomania though? Yes, you are.
I'm going there. Definitely. Definitely.
I'm going to Rodney Cook.
Adrian, I got cramp. Adrian missed that last week. The show with the chaps from Detectomania, but again, it sounds like a top weekend, that one.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. That'll be decent as well.
We've not been up there before, have we?
No.
So it's a bit. It's probably the furthest we've been, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. No, it'll be a decent weekend now. So it'll be really good. But there is an awful lot that goes into organising these things. It's not just people turn up on a Thursday, Friday night and away you go. That's it. It's probably months and months and months of planning. I mean, we got one. When's that? Is it June? Is it June? June. Yeah. We got one in June, and that's been sort of.
That's been planned from
probably October, November last year that we've started put things in the works for it. So,
and in November last year, I said I was coming, and then last week I told James I couldn't.
Sell out.
Yeah, let's just hope the weather's better for this year.
Yeah,
no, don't mention the weather. Do not mention.
The weather. If you go 3 or 4 times, you sort of become waterproof, and you're all right. Then you're good to go.
Hey, I tell you what, though, my lad, what was he like in that wet rain? He disappeared, didn't he? Went off on his own, travelling the world. Just went off on one. Madness.
We seem to be cursed up there. It's It's a really good area, but you've just got to. If you don't time it right, it's a nightmare.
Well, the first one we went, it was probably, it was June, wasn't it, when we were going through the heat wave, and it was just astronomical.
Oh, it was lovely, wasn't it? Yeah,
and then July come when you had, it was July the second one, was it? Or August?
Farm next door, didn't we? And then
and it was just horrendous weather-wise.
Oh, it was awful, though.
Yeah, no.
But hey, we had a laugh nonetheless, didn't we?
To be fair, you just make the most of it. That's the thing. A lot of it. I don't know. I love detecting, but I love the sort of getting together with the people, your friends, and everything else. And if you make any weekend a good weekend, it's great, and you sort of memories to live by, really. And that's what we'll do. The land's there, and it's great. And if we all have if the weather's perfect, we can sort of all go out and detect. But if not, you just got to make the most of what's given to you. There's not a great deal you can do about it.
We started off with like a 40 by 40 marquee on that weekend, though. And by the end of it, we probably had a 10 by 10 marquee because of the weather. We had
singing karaoke out of the booth.
We must have had 50 people stood under this little tiny marquee. We had a karaoke going out the boot of a car, but it was good. Do you know what I mean? We made it what it was.
Yeah,
it was a good weekend, wasn't it?
And people went away and absolutely loved it. You just got to make the best of whatever's sort of dealt to you. Really, there's nothing more you can do with it.
Up Duck says I worked on a few. Up Duck Detects even says I worked on a few festivals doing power and stage building. My profession is a roadie, where I take down stage and put fences down for festivals and concert. I've done Download a few times. I've been to Download a few times. I don't go
Philip
anymore.
Wills has been there, Dave, helping
Good
a friend. Blimey. So what detectors are you both using at the moment?
So I've got a Deus 2. I love the Deus 2. I did try. I had a Manticore and I couldn't stand it, so I went back to the Deus 2. I love it.
So I had a Manticore, but then obviously I've got a new house, so I kind of had to sell that, and I'm back on the 800 now. But the 800 is an absolutely cracking machine. So it's not really a downgrade from the Manticore. It's still up there and it competes. You know what I mean? It's
at least the headphones don't pack in.
Yeah, at least the headphones are waterproof.
Joking, aren't you? My bloody headphones packed in straight away on the Knox. These ones I've got on the other are meant. Well, I'm going to put a bag over my head tomorrow.
The quality on the Manticore headphones, I would say, the quality of them seems better than it did on the 800. But from what I've read and the people I've met, they sort of seem to be having they're not waterproof, and then as soon as you get a complaint, they're saying that you've got water ingress and they're not prepared to replace them. It's a bit of a grey area, really. It's difficult when a lot of the time in this country it's wet. So
there's a lot of wind noise from the Manticore headphones, which you can buy a 3D printed adapter if you take them apart. But I mean, I've had mine now for over, about a year and a half. And at first, before the software update, I weren't that impressed. It was all right, but now I've proper hardcore been using it a lot. Yeah, and now I'm beginning to enjoy it because I'm realizing how much you can tune up and tweak. But I still love the Deus 2.
See, I think that's my problem because I started with the Deus 1, and once you start on something, I really struggled to sort of go over then to sort of Mind Lab, and then I just didn't get on with it at all. And then straight back to the Deus, and I went from there and then back to the Deus 2. So
yeah, it's like Apple and Android. I think Apple, iPhone, and Android. And the biggest bugbear of the Manticore, my biggest bugbear, is the shaft and the coil clips. It's round, so the coil, if you haven't got it quite tightened up, it will slightly swing over or go the other way, and that triggers me. Yeah, and it is lightweight and all that, but I think they could have done a better job on the shaft. I really do.
It seems a little bit rushed, doesn't it? Seems a little bit rushed.
Yeah, I mean, they talk about CTX 3030 soon, so maybe that will be, because that had a nice shaft to keep. Well, we're getting shafting a lot tonight, Dave. But I think it's still doing well, and I have found some good stuff with it.
I mean, the Deus is great. They're great weight-wise and everything. I think the build on the Deus is fantastic. The only thing I think they need to change is the clip on the actual control box. It's because a friend of mine's got one. Mine clicks on fine, and he's got exactly the same machine, and his is constantly coming away. And it's not that he's not clicking it on. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether there's a slight sort of variation in the manufacturing or what, but it's...
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because my Deus 1, put it on, don't fall off. It's fine. Deus 2, after about 2 months, kept falling off, and I had the little string bit to keep it on.
Yeah.
But then there's a guy in Germany, I think Monarch Designs are doing it now, that 3D print a swivel, so you can have your control box. So, like if you put your Deus 2, you fold it all down, you still got the control box sticking out like that. This one, it swivels, and it's on a little brass nut and washer. It's brilliant. That, it clips on better on that than it does the original factory one from Deus. And I'm thinking the guy's probably tweaked something, but that is the only thing. But I like the...
But it's crazy, these manufacturers.
Still a Deus, though.
I mean, you've got the manufacturers out there. I mean, and you've got these detectors at sort of £1,400 and £1,800, and you think it's a tiny little thing that you could probably correct. Yeah. Which no one would even mention then. Even making the headphones waterproof on it's just little things where they could sort of change it, and it'd
but they're probably working on the Deus 3 now, aren't they?
I don't know. The Deus 1 was out for a very long time before the Deus 2
It was 20.
ORX 2, won't it now?
Yeah, it probably will be.
Yeah, but we'll see. But I mean, the Deus tones, I like.
That's my thing. Definitely Deus tones.
And that is Deus's background.
I shake my head, but to be honest, I've not really use the dais to be able
You
to.
used mine to hold cake on when you were detecting. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. But that was
You
just to hold
liked
a cake on. The cake was obviously far more important.
There's pictures of that on our website, I think. But
James,
yeah.
obviously we've been speaking about bits and bobs, but for those of you who haven't tuned into the show and spoken with you before, tell us about the Ministry Detect.
As in what?
I said it right.
Yeah, I think that's the first time you said it right in 3 years, Dave. Yeah, because you're looking at it. So when did we start? So we started.
Forgot about that, Adrian.
Maybe started the group about 3.5 years ago. Just a small page on Facebook to share finds and bits and pieces like that. Obviously, due to work, I started to get bits and pieces of land. Decided to put on a few events, and I like it to be organised and work well. And from that, we seem to get a lot of good recommendations. So obviously from there, it's just build and build and build. And we're where we are today. We're organising some quite big weekenders. We're doing a lot of weekend rallies, and it's kind of that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
I mean, there's sort of some big things sort of in the pipelines, but it's going to be more sort of next year before they hit. But we'll sort of let you know those as and when it happens. But there was something that sort of we're doubling down here.
We're doubling up.
I forgot you sent it me. James has alluded to some bits and bobs that might be going on in the future. He's not told me outright.
So what we're basically looking to do is obviously there's a lot of big rallies out there, and I think we've organised some small rallies, but we've kind of gone a little bit over the top on organisation just to see how it runs. Health and safety, we've made sure that's all in place. So when we do start to do these bigger events, if we can do it small, let's say 150, 200 people, and we get it right, then there's no reason we can start bumping that up a little bit. So we are looking to start maybe doing one big rally a year, on a good bit of land, and that's sort of where we want to be heading to. Moving away from the day digs and concentrating on maybe one big weekender a year.
And you've also yourself own your own business as well, don't you, James?
Yeah. So I started working for another company doing pest control. Worked with them for about 3 years, and then obviously I've branched away from that and I've set up on my own now. Just gone to a partnership, and it's kind of really good because a lot of pest control is rural as well. Work with a lot of farms, get a lot of connections, so that works, really perfect with the Ministry of Detect as well. So
yeah, but I'll tell you what, I thought probably about 5 or 6 years ago.
Where's your voice gone, Adrian?
What?
There you go. You went muffled.
Oh, sorry. About 5 or 6 years ago, I was like thinking, I'd like another job, and I looked at pest control because there's all the courses you can go on and that, and I thought, what a brilliant job for metal detecting. You go to the farmer who's got rat problem, wasp problem, and I thought, how lovely is that? Sitting in a farmyard shooting a load of rats with your air rifle. And then he comes over. Thank you very much. That's 200 quid. Oh, can I detect on your land? Yeah, of course you can. And I was like, yeah. What air rifle do you use out of interest on the rats?
Do you know what? I don't even know what make it is. I've got a
Webley, isn't it? A Webley.
I've got a PCP one, so I had spring action and things like that. But I've gone to a PCP now, and it seems to be a little bit more accurate and a bit more powerful. Don't even know what make it.
His aim's shocking. So he's there every other day.
Adrian, I've just put that Eagle Eye DJI on the naughty step again.
Oh, have you blocked him?
Yeah,
thank you.
Just because I know he was saying things that he shouldn't again. So
is it?
Yeah.
Who've we got?
It's Adrian's digging partner, but he comes on the show, and Adrian likes me to block him occasionally.
Yeah, just to annoy him. So, hi, Nick Berry. Hope you're well, Nick. Nick Berry, the one who's responsible and runs the.
Adrian, you've muffled again.
Jumble. Why am I? Oh, I know. I think it's my collars.
Bring your mic.
It's there.
And hello to Steve Cord as well, and Adrian Quick Draw McStraw.
What have you missed?
Was it last week or the week before when I just started calling everybody by a new name? Loads of people have got new names now.
We do that at work. So we've got people at work. We don't call them by their names anymore. We call them like one bloke. I won't say his name. We call him Sensor, and everyone's like, "Why'd you call him Sensor?" And because he doesn't do anything until you walk past him. And then we've got another one called Nurofen. And they're like, "Why'd you call him Nurofen?" He said, "Because when he starts talking to you, you'll get a fucking headache and stuff like that." And yeah, it's good. It's a bit of banter, but you've got to be careful in the workplace. Unlike James, who
Gym painting, aren't we?
Gym painting, yeah,
Gym painting, and just trying to see what else we got.
We've got a taff.
You've got a toasty man. That's the best nickname
We've
ever.
got a toasty man, but we've got a taff as well. That's Fickers. Not going to say the last one.
No.
Tidy Treasure Hunters sent me some pictures. I hope they're not the Tony K Wood type. Talk amongst yourself. Why is Toasty Man called Toasty Man? Is it the obvious reason?
So it's the most obvious reason. So obviously he bought himself a really nice toasting machine. What they called them?
Breville. It's a Breville, isn't it?
Not a Breville.
No,
the
Ridge Monkey.
Ridge Monkey, yeah.
He bought himself a Ridge Monkey toasting machine.
And then he started knocking out toasties on the digs. He was making them for us. And then obviously people seeing us eating toasties like, oh, it's one of them going for me.
Then he went in, put his cape on, and come on, it's Toasty Man.
Yeah, and that was it. He was born. So he's stuck. Stuck now, isn't it? He's just everywhere.
I actually don't know who he is. His name might be Kevin or something, but he's just called Toasty Man. Adrian, what's your joke name at work?
What they call me?
Yeah. Move your collar.
TWAT.
I'm Baby Dave.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Big call, isn't it? Yeah. The only reason they call me that, TWAT, is because I'm constantly mucking about and winding people up, putting stickers on people's backs, taking batteries out their mouse.
Opening videos when you've got your computer
out of the
on.
mouths? Where do they work?
What?
Taking batteries out the mouths? Where do you work? I just want to know what company you had. No, it's like taking batteries out the mouths. Where do you work?
Yeah, very special company.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
They're always eating batteries. Yeah, no.
Opening your computer and having it on loud, and people send you videos, and you open the video and forget.
Dave sometimes sends me inappropriate WhatsApps, among other people, and they've always got a lot of, how can I put it, heavy female panting and screaming at the beginning. So I'll just click on it and think, what's that?
I seen that last week when Dave was sharing a picture on last week's show.
That video.
See the reel of WhatsApp.
So I've got my volume up, and then and he also sends me ones like new mountain bike catalogue. It's 25% off, and I click on it, and it's not that; it's something else.
I'm not sure I've upset you.
This is a scam. It's a scam. Is it? Can I open it? Can I open it?
I'm not sure if I've sent you.
Well, you can't. You can't because my WhatsApp's broken.
I'm not sure if I've sent you. I'll have to go back over our conversations and see if I've sent it.
They've unplugged it.
Because you'll be quite perturbed.
I'm just checking, Dave. We've got a spin the wheel tonight, haven't we? And
we do have a spin the wheel. It's not our spin the wheel. It's Olly's spin the wheel.
Yes, and I'm just checking it. Talk amongst yourselves because I forgot to set it up.
Right. That's all right. I sent them instead of sending them the invite to the show. I sent them instead of sending them the invite to the show earlier. I sent them Born Slippy by Underworld.
Yeah, we thought he was really winding us up because I was quite nervous about coming on tonight. So I thought, he's doing it on purpose. He's doing it on purpose.
No, I just copied and pasted, and I forgot I was doing. I was uploading the.
By the sounds of it,
I was doing
one of the videos he sent to Adrian.
I was doing this. I was uploading something like a bit of music for me and Adrian to listen to. Like that.
Oh, copyright, Dave. Copyright. Right. So, just to let people know who don't know about it, how did they have to get in the competition tonight? Because
basically, I did it sort of per order. I just give everyone a sort of a name into the draw. So it was just a case of one, to sort of get the page out there a little bit, and two, obviously, it gives a little bit something back if it obviously takes off and does quite well. So
yeah, top man.
And hopefully, I was done all right. Gareth Howard was working in Liverpool one time, and there was a fella there called Ponytail, with a ponytail called Tony. So they called him Tony the Pony. He came in with his ponytail cut off, so they just called him Tony.
What about Adrian's Wall? Yes, we do have an Adrian's Wall tonight. It's not what the find is, it's more the date of the find. So,
and as it's Easter weekend, Adrian's also made it Easter weekendy as well. I just thought I'd say that, Adrian. No, it's not.
Well, actually, you're not a million miles off.
You need to send me. You need to tell me what it is, because I can. Oh, mind you, no, we're not doing it that way, are we?
No.
Pull up something then. Pull up the spin the coil.
Oh, you have to do it now.
What now on the computer?
Yes.
Are we doing it now? Are we doing it?
Yeah.
So is there one prize?
So I've done the first prize is the Xterra, and then what I did is on the groups throughout, I put a £50 site credit on there as well. So if we can do sort of first for the Xterra, and then second prize will get £50 site credit.
I'll tell you what. Let's do. Should we do the £50 credit first?
I don't mind which way around you do it. I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll let you sort that out. That was my agreement with Dave.
Right.
So the first prize then, Adrian.
Oh, James Roberts, winner.
Is this first, Dave, or second?
So there's the prize that we will draw first will be for the £50 site credit.
Here we go.
Good
Ollie,
luck.
you get to read the name.
Oh.
Go on, Ollie. If it's me, I'll put it. If it's me, I'll put it back in. Ooh.
Oh, James Barnes, who was on the show the other week.
He was indeed.
Do you know? Ollie, you read that about
I know. I was really good at it, and I appreciate it.
And he's actually
as well.
just here. I bought a March of Progress T-shirt. Very cool.
So yeah, so all anyone's going to be on this.
No!
So this is for the top prize. Xterra.
PG Wills.
PG Wills. All the names, by the way, is whatever they went
That's Philip Wills, isn't it?
Oh, that is. Oh, you're joking.
Who is it?
Philip Wills. I never win anything. It's Phil Wills in the chat.
Isn't it?
Is it?
He's wins. How does he do it? Philip Wills. Well done, Philip. How does he win? What, Dave? Did he? He didn't win.
I don't know. They had literally the names that come up.
They've
just what they entered on the page. So I've just copied them and put them into a spreadsheet for you guys.
Wow.
Yes,
well
so
done.
Philip Wills has won the Minelab Xterra, and James Barnes has won the site credit. So thank you to everybody who has made an order with Ollie, and thank you to Ollie for asking us to draw that on the show as well. We do appreciate it.
No, it's been great from us because obviously you've been a massive help through it also. It's been fantastic you pushing it as well. It's been great. And what I'll do with the two people obviously that have won, I'll message them through the Dig Our Wear and tomorrow, and then arrange for them to sort of get what they both won. So
marvelous.
The metal detector has to be collected in person, though, doesn't it?
And I think
it's a long way away. It's coming direct.
I think James Barnes. I think James Barnes really has to order a Big Detecting T-shirt off it. Big Detecting.
It says James Barnes has put. I've bought a March of Progress T-shirt.
Okay. No, it's the
one where it starts as the girl.
Yeah, it starts way up. So yeah, so
I like the foil one. The foil one.
To be fair, I've got to give a shout out to Matt Brown on that one, because he was the one who sort of told me about it and wanted me to do it for him and his mates. His is slightly different than the one that's on the site, but it was him that sort of come up with the idea.
They've got a WhatsApp group, and it's called Just Stop File. So they have a little group, and when they all attend the rallies and so on, they all put their information in there, and that's where it started.
Yeah.
We're not members of that group.
No, we're not.
I just like that top, because if you're walking down the street someone potentially, nothing against Just Stop Oil, but potentially you could end up getting punched wearing that if you don't.
Yeah,
do
you mean
it
Greta's
properly.
going to come out and jump you?
Yeah.
Easy now,
Dave,
Tiger. She's still underage.
Dave, we should get a load of those T-shirts and block the entrance to Detectiveville or Rodney Cook. Just sit in the road, and Steve Newman will come along and clear us.
Glue
But,
ourselves
no, well
to
done,
it.
and thank you ever so much for donating that prize because it's a great detector to win as well. You know, it's not a.
No, I'm hoping it'll probably get someone who's just starting out or something like that, or wants to pass on to someone who's starting out. And it's great for that. And like I said, it was just mainly getting the name out there. And if I don't make a great deal on it, and it's sort of covered everything that's cost wise, and I've probably got a few quid from making it, doing it over the course of this month, and it's got the name out of it, so it's sort of been good all round, really.
Yeah, top man. Dave,
Adrian,
can you put the website on the screen again, just for those who've joined, because we've had quite a few join tonight. And then we can crash. I've upset him.
Oh, he's gone to the toilet.
Oh,
he's been
drinking
sat here
Mercury,
like
isn't
shaking his legs under this table for the last 20 minutes.
Has he gone to number twos?
I've got him to number 2, but we've had a couple of cans, and he's probably just run off to the toilet.
What are you drinking, Madry?
Madry, yeah. So we started off on these two though. So I called at the shop on the way to James's before, and they do like a litre bottle. I think it is pretty much.
I love those. Litre. Well, I don't drink much anyway, but yeah.
Madry's really nice. Madry's really nice.
It is, and it's overtaking. I think Stella's Britain's biggest selling lager, and I think it's overtaking Stella.
Yeah,
so,
I can't stand Stella.
Yeah, I hated Stella, but then they brought the percentage down, so they took it down from the name that they had.
From the white beater,
but they brought the percentage down. And I didn't mind it. I thought it was okay.
But in Europe, it's still high.
Is it? Right.
Yeah, they only did it for the UK. So
okay.
Yeah. So I had on holiday last year. Well, year before. I had some in a restaurant, and it was 5.2. So
right, okay.
Yeah. So it's but
that's been to Benidorm. You can get, I think it was 5 Madry in a bucket with ice for €6. I couldn't believe it myself. So I was a bit fuzzy when I got back on the Tuesday morning because all we did was drink all weekend.
Did you say 5?
5 Madry or Estrella. 5 Madry or Estrella for €6.
Wow.
That's crazy.
My son's going to Benidorm next month with his mates.
All right.
He'll love that. He'll be
send him with €12 and he'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really right. You could get a pint. I mean, I don't know what the lager was, but you could actually get a pint for €1, which is about 80p a pint. I mean, it will probably scrapes out of what was left over from the night before. But
Adrian, road trip.
I must admit, it is tempting, isn't it, this time of year to go out there. But all I do is, on the beach in Benidorm, you can detect, I think, can't you?
I'm not sure. He wasn't.
Or is
that sort of trip?
He didn't see the bloody beach for detecting. He saw the bottom of the Madry bowl.
But have 2 buckets of Madry at start at 3 in the afternoon, finish about 7 or 8, and then go detecting on the beach at night. Although, mind you, in Benidorm, you might bump into more than that.
Really.
Yeah.
You cook them all sorts of lumps and bumps if you go in the wrong one.
Yeah, definitely. God, that is cheap. Sorry.
It is really cheap.
You all right, Dave? Are you unblocking?
Yeah, I'm just looking for.
Yeah.
I created a T-shirt for a while ago. If you remember, Adrian, I think Tom Trussell bought one when I had it on the website, and I'm gonna, when I find the image, I'm gonna send it to Olly because it was pretty cool.
James, have you found anything of interest this year?
What have you had? Do you know
James
what?
doesn't detect.
Do you know what? I kind of, if I'm honest, when you're doing the events, it does take over. It's very hard to get out there and detect. Not saying I don't enjoy, mingling, having a chat with everyone, seeing what they find, because I love that side of it. for me, when I go to somewhere and they found an hammered or the first hammered or this, that, and the other, it's all worthwhile then. But you kind of lose the hobby yourself. Do you know what I mean? It becomes, if I've got 80 people on a dig and I'm talking to everybody, before you know it, it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and the day's done. So you don't get a chance. But today I went out. I've got a piece of land. I've been saving it for a couple of years. I've not been there. I went there once and the grass was very long, and I went back today. I thought I need to get out. I've had a day off work. I'm going to go out. I must have found 15 coins. I had a piece of silver, loads of bits and pieces, and we're going to have a bit of an admin day there on Monday. So I should imagine it's good stuff. I took a friend of mine today. They found 4 love tokens and a hammered coin.
3 of the tokens in one hole.
Yeah.
Three love tokens in one hole.
4 love
Four in one hole.
Four love tokens in one hole. Yeah.
Wow.
It's really
I'll send you the picture quick if you want to bring it up, Dave.
Yeah, sound. I've got to say, I mean, obviously I've been a lot of different dig organisations around the UK, but for me, every time it's the Ministry Detect. I can't sing the praises of both the land, the organisation of it, and the events themselves. I can't speak highly enough, and everybody on the show knows that because I do say it quite regularly, don't I, Adrian?
Well, and I love the logo. So, James, I've got to talk to you about what I started doing for you.
About 2 years ago.
It weren't that long ago, was
No,
it?
it wasn't. I know you're a busy man. I know what you're doing in the background. Do you know what I mean? I know where you're at, what you're up to. So I know you're busy.
No, don't message me now because I haven't got anything. I don't know make it bigger, Dave. Can you make it bigger? Or
I'll rub it. No, I can't.
That's been said before.
No, it's only a little one.
All right.
What we got there then, James?
Day today, and it kind of gave me the kind of rush back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think that's sometimes where James gets a little bit lost in it because he's constantly organising the digs and organising everything else, and he sort of loses sometimes why he started doing it in the first place. And I think days like today and Monday, like when we go on Monday, it's sort of good for him to sort of just enjoy it again and not have to worry about the organisation of it all. I think that sometimes sort of takes over.
I get so lost in the organisation because I want it to be right and I want everyone to enjoy themselves. And, a lot of people, no disrespect to other organisers, but a lot of people just put land on and they just say, go and have a dig and blah, 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 blah. But I want people to I want them to have a good day. Do you know what I mean? It's not, a lot of people say you do a dig, you're making loads of money, blah, blah, blah. And
there's no, you don't.
It's not just about making the money. I want people to enjoy themselves and find things.
Yeah, but you think most of the things that you do is there's a charity somewhere involved anyway. So a lot of it goes to a lot of it is charity donations anyway, and it's not about the money. You might recoup a bit of fuel that you're going backwards and forwards doing it, but it's not. It's not the making of the money side of it, really.
A lot of stress as well.
It's seeing people find stuff like this when you take them to your permission.
Yeah.
So we've got what here then, James?
So we've got what have we got there? We've got 4 love tokens and we've got an Edward I hammered.
Nice. I found a love token at the weekend actually.
Yeah, so them 4 love tokens was in probably a ½ metre squared area.
Wow. And is that a McDonald's coffee cup lid?
It's not. It's actually a top of a coin pod. It does look
like
a
coin pod. Yeah, it does. Oh, lovely.
Ooh, look at that.
Plenty of bits on there. Can't wait to get back on. And we only done a few hours today just to test it out. And I got I don't know if you can zoom in, but you can see the spindle whirl.
I can't.
Top left.
Let me try that.
And then I don't know if that's like maybe like the base of it.
Zooming in is actually zooming out.
Let me see if I can send you another one.
Zooming
Why
out.
don't you share your screen, Dave? Share your screen.
I'm staring at my screen.
Oh, sorry.
I'll send you another one, Dave, and then it might be a little bit clearer.
What's that on the right to the finds pod?
I don't know. It looks maybe like some sort of mount or like like a shield boss, maybe. I don't know. But the place where we was just absolutely out of this world. See, I don't know what the sound is on that, so I need to be careful. Can you play it? Can you play it with no sound?
Which?
This one. 1 minute. Let me just. I don't think there's any sound on it.
Why don't you, unless you point it up at your camera, at least you can see that.
That's
way.
a nice hat badge there, isn't it?
Oh,
Royal
yeah.
Northern
It says Northern Lancashire something.
Lancashire. Royal North Lancashire.
Yeah, but it's that the next to the spindle wheel. I don't know if is that like the base of a cane. Maybe I don't know.
Looks like a
Very
lace
flat.
end.
Listen, it's
Yeah,
very
silver.
flat, isn't
It
it?
is very flat.
It's
It
like
almost
a
looks like it's too flat and too.
Yeah, it was
I
a silver.
think
It was actually. It wasn't. It was more of. If that was its shape, it would be a cone. Silver.
It's like, I tell you what, it could be a medieval artificial insemination device for a rabbit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was as well.
No sound. Oh, lovely.
Lovely. So that goes back to the 10th century. That church. That's how close we was.
Meant that.
So I think we got a barbecue plan for Monday.
Yeah, we're going to do a barbecue. So that field that's part of the farm that we're doing for the rally this year.
Nice one.
But that's kind of separate. We've got like a big 350 acre block, and then there's that field which is about 10 acre, which is about half a mile away. So we've just kind of, it wouldn't make no sense for people to walk down there, so we kept it for ourselves. Yeah, but that was 3 hours detecting.
Bob on that. I've lost.
Adrian's
Oh,
wall.
there we
Adrian's wall.
Sorry?
The wall.
The what?
Adrian's wall. I just remember.
You can have that as your ringtone. Just go to bigdetectiveshow.com, download it, have it as your ringtone.
Right. So, this is a find. Someone will probably recognise what it is quite quickly. Maybe
I'm going to have to keep an eye here because I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to read them out for you.
You'll know, Dave. You'll know what it is. This.
There you go. What's cracking
We need to know what century this predominantly was, between two centuries. So we'll start off.
Say that again, Adrian. What did you say then? What century?
What centuries? So was it 18th, 19th century, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th?
Whatever this picture is, we've got to know what century it was.
Yeah, well, I think there won't be a prize for guessing what it is, but there won't be a prize for guessing the century either.
James, you get to speak.
Fantastic.
You get to choose the first
All-
one.
all
Good
people
luck for
are-
everybody.
Yeah.
James, you get to choose the first one.
I'm going to go for 13. I'm looking for some.
Ollie? I know what it is.
What would you pick?
I knew you would.
Yeah.
Pick a number. Any number.
I'll go 7.
Fantastic
Why
choice,
did you
that.
carry on the picture?
I picked a
Abraham Fieser, evening Mia. She says 21.
What is it?
Philip Wells, number 3. Is it a 21st century leather sheath?
There you go.
Number 10. Is it a posy ring?
Oh, could be.
11.
Well,
Number 1 and 5 on the Facebook chat there.
Is it a talk? Number 14.
Yeah. It's a ring. It's a stirrup ring.
Is it a seal ring?
it is a ring.
Can we guess?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Just throwing random things out.
Just shouting stuff out.
Is it a sex toy? Is it a 17th century ring?
No.
No, it's a 12th century
Is
ring.
it 16th?
No.
Is it 15th?
No.
Is it 12?
If it is a Roman cock ring?
Wrong.
Is it a
How many is
14th
it?
century ring?
Shall I keep clicking the numbers?
Yes.
Or
Is it a mourning ring?
It's not a ring, is it?
It's an intaglio ring.
Oh,
it's actually
might as well.
a finger ring. Has anyone guessed the century?
11th, 15th,
Second.
2nd.
Who said 11?
11th.
Well, hold on a minute. Let me just go up and see if anybody else has said it before them. But the 11th century winner is
11th.
It doesn't win anything.
Kevin Allen.
Well done, Kevin Allen. Here we go. It's a gold finger ring, which was decided to be a bishop's ring. Found in Essex.
We actually had Bishop's ring. Your best mate got it. Sorry, other than me. Philip Wills got Bishop's ring, but then James come and said, because he obviously found his way back in again, he said the 15th century Bishop's ring. How wrong was he? And he was there when you found it.
It was, yes. So this is what I found a few years ago. So 1200 to 1300, but they reckon it could be a bit earlier, possibly, with a cabochon sapphire and same sapphire that Lady Di had in her wedding ring, cabochon sapphire. And the beauty of it was that ring, that stone wasn't ground; it was perfectly slotted in there. So yeah, well done to those, and yeah, top for people. But I thought I'd put that in there because I thought we always find things from the Paz, and I struggled, so I thought, sod it, I'll just put one of mine in there. So I'll put it in there.
If anybody does have something on the FLO site that they think would make a good Adrian's wall, contact Adrian with the details, the link to it. And you can play, obviously, but Adrian find some content. We can look at other people's finds then as well, Adrian.
Yeah, I think if you've got, so Gary Blackwell, I was talking to him a while back, and he found a set of Roman surgeon instruments, tools.
Wow.
That a Roman surgeon had. There's an interesting story behind that. If ever you talk to Gary Blackwell, ask him about the Roman surgeon tools. There's a really interesting story on that. And looking at it, you wouldn't think, you just think, oh, what's that? You know, but it's things like that. You can find on the website.
You got a picture of it?
No, probably somewhere, but I can't get on WhatsApp or anything at the moment. So, I'll fax it to you probably. But yeah, he came on the show a few years ago and he was talking about it, and I spoke to him about it at Detectable a few years ago. But yeah, things like that. The earwax cleaner, the fingernail cleaner, Roman fingernail cleaner.
I had when they cut in a couple of years ago. I had it was a sort of it was a Roman Charles brooch, and it was two dolphins that met in the middle for the brooch.
I saw that. Was that yours?
Yeah, that was mine. That,
on the website. It's on the website.
Yeah, they put it on there. Honestly, that was it was really good.
I've never seen all that before.
Actually, what year was that? I might look at that now.
I was last year, wasn't it?
No, it was
year before. Claire Rayner's son Gary says, Adrian, I have a nice find you can use. You know what it is.
He does. He does. Actually, that's next week, Gary. He found something, messaged me, and said, what do you think that is? And I thought, ooh, and that's nice. And basically, funny enough, the man who's behind putting that, one of the men, Kevin Leahy, I think, Gary, who's the god of finds, he's written a write-up for the Paz database on it, and it's really interesting. So that'll be next week, Gary, if that's all right with you. Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, that's interesting. Adrian Quick Draw McStraw says, the bishop's ring is a symbol of the bishop's fidelity to the nuptial bond with the church, his spouse. It signifies the bishop's symbolic marriage to the church or Christ. The bishop's ring is usually made of gold with an amethyst. Adrian Gayler, what do you fall in any of these categories?
Adrian, we are all God's children.
I've used that twice today. I meant to tell you.
Yeah. I've got a story behind that saved the company I was working for at the time about £25,000. And if anyone wants to know how it worked, I used those words, mocking the Lord Jesus. I shouldn't have done. Well, I wasn't mocking him, but I wasn't mocking the afflicted. But it's true. But I pretty much fit in that. Definitely. My housing manager would agree, definitely as well. Nick Berry, I will talk to you, Adrian, about them when we next meet. Oh.
He's talking about Roman nail cleaners.
Anal, what?
Anal cleaners.
Oh, yeah. Nick Berry. He's the one who does the jumble sale, Rodney Cook, isn't he?
Yes, and the one who was in Heartbeat.
Yes, as well. Very good to have him on. And also makes puppets for people. If we're all God's children, he owes me 46 years pocket money.
James, when's the next MOD dig?
I don't know.
We don't got a date for anything.
We've got we haven't got any dates set yet. We're struggling with parking at the moment. It's
weather's crap
everywhere.
That is an issue. That is a real issue.
It's a pain in the ass. But if I'm honest, it's kind of nice to not. It's nice to have a little bit of a break and get back into the hobby ourselves. I mean, my team, the admin, last year, every single weekend we had a dig. We must have probably missed 5 or 6 weekends for the whole year. I know I was doing rallies and so on. So it's nice to have a little bit of a break and slow it down a little bit. So
you had one last weekend, and it was like it was wet. I mean, the fields were okay, but the actual access to it was a little bit.
It was wet.
It was wet, and it just. And not only that, you find that people struggle with it, and it's like it becomes your fault then because it's not perfect. So it's better off just hang fire, let the land dry out a little bit, and then you can sort of push it forward. Then a little bit. It's difficult, really. We don't want anyone getting stuck.
We pushed about a 4-ton camper van off last weekend, and we were like, oh fucking hell!
You might know him. He sells toasties.
Yeah, it's called Toasty Man. So he's supposed to be with us, and we're supposed to be organised. Yet he parks on a hill.
Yeah.
You know, the hill's going that way, and he needs to go out that way. So it must have been maybe 12 of us to push him out. Yeah. So I think we just wait, let it dry up a little bit. The land's not going anywhere; it's still there. Do you know what I mean? It's still going to be there next month, the month after. So
it's just been so wet. I mean, every other day's been sort of raining around here. It's been crazy.
I'm thinking because I don't think we've ever had rain like this before. We must have had 4 months straight of rain. I'm just thinking, how's that going to affect the big rallies? You know, it kind of thinks, are them crops going to go in late and they're going to want to get more out of them? And you know, I'm thinking myself, is it going to affect us? You know,
I've noticed that the water in the fields it's not going away. If it's dry for a couple of days, it has half an hour's rain, and there's floods everywhere again.
Look,
my way to work goes through
Devon,
it's just terrible.
Yeah, it's just very odd.
Philip Wills just mentioned a point. It does increase conductivity, which it does.
It does,
especially if you get a little frost. But it does also mean you get your car stuck and you get covered in mud. Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yeah, good conductivity, poor traction.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine went in his caravan over the weekend and literally woke up to a foot of snow, and that was in Devon. Yeah. And he sent me a photo, and he said he's only got a small little caravan, and he woke up and he had a foot of snow in Devon, and that was not yesterday. Yesterday, or the day before. That's absolutely unheard of. It's crazy. It's just.
I went out last weekend, and the field was not dry, but it was a bit muddy, but nothing major. But as soon as you dug down more than 2 or 3 inches, it was claggy, wet. It's going to take a long time to dry out. But I think
I was digging holes today, and they was filling up as soon as I was digging them.
Yeah, we're not well. We weren't last weekend that bad down here, but you're right. What you're saying about the crops, is it going to affect things, and is it going to
Worrying,
affect
it is
rallies?
worrying. It's a worry.
Mm.
I mean, we've got we're kind of. I mean, it's a big event to us, 200 people, but you've got the big rallies this year: Detective Earl, Rodney Cook, so on. You know, if them crops are going to go in late, they're going to want to push it as far as they can to get the most out of it. So is it?
I think
it does worry you, doesn't it?
Rodney Cook this year, I think there's about 30 fields, big fields. So hopefully there might be more, but hopefully there'll be enough on there.
Adrian, Stephen Brame says, does the ice help?
Yeah. So, well, I think it does, because if you've got a coin in the ground, coins absorb the moisture and potentially frost around them. Yeah, definitely.
Wow. What's her name?
Yeah, I'm just sending you a picture over, Dave. That was in Devon. It was yesterday, so you can have a look at that. That was in his small little caravan. I think I'll probably.
Oh my God!
That was in Devon yesterday.
Are you digging it? Yes, I thought about it. No,
That's crazy. That it's just like, unreal. You wouldn't even expect it this time of year.
It's like everything's changed. The seasons, everything's changed.
Yeah, it's.
I don't mind the daffodils, because I did actually. I'm that sad that I watched when the daffodils come out, and they actually came out later this year than they did this last year.
Mine are dying now. So, but then it's warmer down here, isn't it? So let's see what it is.
No, I'm sorry, people in the chat. There is a list of people who will never make their way onto the Big Detecting Show, either ever or again, and he is in the top 5 of those people.
Top 3.
Thank you. Well, 3. Top 3. Who are the other 2? Top 3.
Yeah, we have lots of different people on. Don't you get some interesting people on, and we do have. I think it's 3 that we didn't have on again.
3. Yeah,
won't mention any names.
I think everybody knows definitely one of them.
You're gonna have to share. You're gonna have to
it's
share.
It's the only show that was ever deleted. It wasn't to be watched again.
It's a shame, because I would like to watch it back, because it was most surreal. I just spent the whole show, Dave, going.
We're both going like,
yeah, we were. It
the conversation wasn't fluid. It was like, and how are you today?
No, it involved knives and makeup and shed.
Philip Wills got it.
Yeah,
and Steve Cord got the other one. So all 3 have been mentioned now.
Yeah.
Where are we seeing this? Am I in the wrong chat?
Which chat are you on? Because it's like I've got combined YouTube. I'm on
YouTube. It's mainly YouTube. We seem to get a lot more people watching us on YouTube. A lot more.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, we don't. Totally. We don't. We get more on Facebook, but we don't see the analytics.
So where do I find you on YouTube? What are you called?
Big Detecting Show.
No, it's not under that. Is it Peaky Finders?
No, the Big Detecting Show.
It's not Peaky Finders?
No, the Big Detecting Show.
I've only ever watched you on Facebook. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Adrian.
Well, you have to subscribe now, because one day I will get to 1,000 subscribers, and that'll be monumental.
Digger Dawn said, Digger Dawn.
Oh, Digger Dawn.
Oh, I've got you. Oh, no, that's Digger Dawn, that one.
Digger Dawn is on the show on the 18th.
It's 18th?
Oh,
yeah, 18th.
She's relatively local to us, Dawn, isn't she? She's around the corner.
18th, the 200th episode of Detecting Show.
Shit. 1 minute, I need a charger.
200th episode of the Big Detective Show, and Adrian won't be on it.
That's
I was there for the 150 0.5.
Yeah, because that's because you weren't there for the 150th.
Yeah. Where was I? I can't remember. But kindly, I was on the show when it was a podcast, wasn't I, Dave, originally?
You were.
Yeah, as a guest. I don't know how the hell you found me, actually. Never asked that.
I don't
1 minute,
know.
we've got a slight malfunction.
Oh, it's all going off.
Actually, before we finish the show, on your website, Ollie, digarware.com, you do the reflective logos, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So is that like?
I mean,
is that like
on the weekenders, we shine a light on them. They literally light up.
Have you seen them?
So
have you seen
reflective.
them kids' coach when you're driving down the road and the coat looks like
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, James, I've seen them because you drive down the road, and you think, "What the hell?" And it's like some cat walking along in his balaclava with his coat.
That'll actually work all right for you when you're staggering drunk to find a taxi in the middle of nowhere and fall in a ditch.
Never happened to me at Rodney Cook ever.
Never.
Yeah, I did once fall in a ditch.
They light up like crazy.
That's when we got a cab, Dave. Me and James got a cab from Rodney Cook.
You thought he was a serial killer.
No, and the man came out of a bush and put his hands on the bonnet like that. And the taxi driver went, "Is he your friend?" And we went, "No." And he wouldn't leave us alone. Yeah, I remember that. That was James. If you're there, you'll remember that. And good night.
You actually rang me from the ditch, actually, Adrian.
I know I did. Andrew T, moist condition.
He said the magic word then, didn't he?
Andrew T, moist conditions, deeper penetration. Well done, Andrew. Andrew's in Canada at the moment.
Canada. Say it right.
He's coming to Rodney Cook. So looking forward to meeting you, Andrew. What could Andrew bring from Canada?
Adrian needs some Velcro logos for your jackets.
Yes.
Ollie, you do Velcro logos.
He's seen that penetration and he liked it.
He's got to get something from the bedroom, hasn't he?
Maple syrup and moose antlers. Oh, Philip Wills. I'll tell you what. Philip Wills, I think he is AI. I don't think he's real because he's so quick off the mark. He wins all the competitions. He gets everything. I think he's AI, Philip Wills. Do you think he is Google's AI?
Where are you getting maple syrup from? What's that come from?
Canada.
Does that come from Canada?
Is that what? I don't know where that came from in the conversation. I've not heard it mentioned.
I said, what could Andrew T, bring us from Canada when he comes to Rodney Cook? A tree, Philip Wills, maple tree, yeah. I don't know, Canada.
Some underground Canadian wrestling VHS videos.
You've got Betamax. Yeah. You've got Betamax.
I've still got a VHS.
I'll tell you what, a maple leaf would be nice, Andrew T. Actually, quite like that. Frame that. Maple leaf.
Canadian maple leaves top.
Yeah. I've got family in Canada. Actually,
Canadian.
They're distant, but yeah.
Bacon.
What?
Lagertha's Metal Detecting Club says, Ollie, thanks for the merchandise, bud.
Yeah, they've been great, to be fair. The group has sort of ordered rakes of stuff, and the guys that run it are really nice guys. We're actually going on a dig with them at the end of this month. End of next month, we're going on a dig with them guys.
A posh weekend with glamping.
Yeah,
pods.
we've got camping pods, so it's a luxury weekend.
Nice. Careful, because we thought that about Rodney Cook showers, Dave, didn't we, when Fodder was running them? Yeah. And there was a reason they were.
You don't go anywhere where Fodder's running it. You don't do it.
Hey,
it should be known.
I'm looking forward to this charity boxing match, mate.
Oh, the charity boxing match. Adrian won't know about that.
What's that?
Well, somebody on Facebook has been so big and clever and adult that they've set up a group for people who've been left wounded by Phil Fodder, something like that. and everyone on there, he goes on there to complain about what Phil Fodder's done to them, allegedly. And so Phil Fodder's called the person out for a charity boxing match. I've said I'll go as his second. It's one of the people who isn't allowed on the show anymore, Adrian.
Well, I love boxing, and I love charities, and I like fodder, so I'll watch it wherever it is and pay.
I'd pay
That's quite a good call. I'll pay 50 quid for a ticket.
I'll pay 50 quid for a ticket. I'll match you.
We could actually do it at Rodney Cook.
No, we could stream it.
That'll be belting. Can you imagine? We get a ring set up in a field there, and we can do a charity boxing match.
Yeah, definitely do it at the RCM. Definitely at the RCM.
How about they don't use punches? They use detectors to hit each other.
Pillowcases.
No,
That's
detectors.
quite expensive though, using detectors.
What would I use? CTX 3030. No, yeah, I'd use the CTX 3030.
I got to use something carbon fibre. Something carbon fibre. What about my hurdy-gurdy? My dad's one here with the big shepherd's crook handle.
I just think
around the neck like that.
Yeah, I like boxing, but
it's called the Phil Fodder Survivors Group.
I survived.
What's this on? Is this on the Book of Faces?
Yeah.
So I'm not on it, mate.
Set up by one of the Big Detecting Show band guests.
I get it. Yeah.
And that's where the boxing match has been called out today.
Gareth Howard. That's a really good one, Gareth. Each contestant has a stuffed badger and has to beat the other one with it.
like Bodger and Badger.
Yeah.
The stuffed badger.
Yeah, that'd be actually, Gareth. Oh my God, I need to talk to who's the man we had on the show who's got a big YouTube channel.
Holtzheimer's Sagas.
Holtzheimer's Sagas. He offered me a stuffed badger, didn't he? He had a spare one.
I think you need to contact him to come on again.
I do actually. Actually, I have got to contact him about something. He said, and he doesn't live far from me. I need to get that stuffed badger because I think my wife would love that. She'd love that in the lounge.
I was just somebody saying then with James. I think I don't know what you guys think of it. If you wanted to do the Adrian's Wall every week, I'm quite happy to sponsor it a t-shirt a week. So if you want to do it, where the winner, whoever picks it, whoever you want to pick on there, and I'll supply a t-shirt like per week for the.
I'll say no. I'll say monthly. We do.
Well, I don't mind doing the weekly. It's fine.
No, because it's all coming out of your pocket. So we'll do.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I wouldn't suggest if we weren't. So I'm quite happy to do. If you want to do it, if you're happy to do it, I'm quite happy to.
We'll only do it if we can have an advert at the beginning of the show promoting your products.
Yeah, we'll do the advert. It's best for everyone to do that. So. Yeah. And then what you can do is the winner gets, and you just give me the details, and I'll send them out a t-shirt, whatever they pick off the site.
But I want a Big Detecting Show t-shirt.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
You can have one of those.
But should we say just?
He's got the logos. And he's got the permission. Yes, I've told him.
So I don't mind if you want it to be. It can be a Big Detecting Show logo, and it can be reflective if you like.
I think it should be Adrian's Wall with that big massive penis on it that they found. And that should be the t-shirt.
Well, I'll let you guys put the t-shirt, but I'm happy to sponsor it each week, and then we'll do it that way. And then
Adrian's Wall t-shirts. How cool would they be?
Do that if you want. Do an Adrian's Wall t-shirts, and you can do a winner a week, and I'll send them a t-shirt.
Or one of them. Olly. Do you remember that picture we took that he's tactable in 2021? That one.
Oh yeah.
No one just me and you on a t-shirt.
No one would wear that.
I have actually got a photo of me in that. I was on an 8 foot of grass, and so you can just see basically like that much of my head. It was literally like that.
Mate.
No, it was.
That detector cop.
Yeah. But no, if you guys want to do it, I'm happy to.
Thank you.
You just send me the details of one, and I'll send it out to them.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Head over to his website.
You'll have to let me know if you want me to do a t-shirt for you, or if you want them to allow them to pick what t-shirt they want, and then I'll leave that up to you guys. I'm quite happy to do a big detecting show on Adrian's wall if you want me to do it that way. Or
Yeah, no, we'll that is.
We'll. I've come up with something in my head.
Yeah, you give me a shout, Dave, and we'll sort it out. No problem.
Gareth Howard, I contacted Holzhammer's about the stuffed badger, but I declined it because it had a puckered anus, terrible to display.
Gareth, are you going to Rodney Cook or Detectable this year? Because I tell you what, mate, is sitting down with you having a beer. I think
we need to invite him to the Magic Teapot.
We could. I'm saying it now, and I might get wrong. We have some people in the chat who watch us every week, and I won't mention the names, but obviously Gareth's one of them. There's others. We should have some VIP tickets that we can give away for Rodney Cook or Detectable this year. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah.
And we would when they arrive, we would help them undress, unpack. We would bath them in milk, dry them down, and we would feed them all weekend and drink.
Well, I'll tell you what, James gives an amazing massage, so I'm sure he'd help out as well where needed.
What for mess? What for mess there now?
Who cares what you've missed? We're in.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do that as a thank you, and
we'll do what?
So, James,
you're giving out massages.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Front massages, not back massages.
Yeah. Because we know what can happen there. Things can go in very wrong places.
$1.
How many children have been happened because of back massages?
Yeah, and badgers, anuses. Right, it's that time, dear.
It is. Ollie, a good shout out again to your apparel shop.
No problem, thank you.
Apparel shop.
To be fair, I don't make much more than it, so it's okay.
You're supposed to tell us what the website is now.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were doing it. So it's www.digourwear.com.
And James, how can people find out more about Ministry of Detect without reading it off the screen?
www.ministrydetect.co.uk, Adrian. Yeah, so find us on Facebook. We do regular digs, weekends.
How was he even there when he give you the wine?
Huh?
Yeah,
but I started. James, you haven't messaged me on Book and Faces or anything, have you?
Say yeah.
No, I'll show you.
Email me.
Adrian.
Yeah.
Look, it's not even been read.
It's not even applied.
No, because I don't go on it. Because I get a lot of messages. So WhatsApp is the way, or Instagram with me. Or maybe I'll start looking at Book of Faces again. Anyway, I'll sort that out for you. But
yeah,
anyway.
no worries. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only winding you up. We're all good. So find us on Facebook.
So he said to me, "You're a twant."
You said that. I said, "Can you give him a little nudge?" And he said, "He's a twat. He won't get it sorted."
I will. But the Book of Faces, I don't read. Oh God, aching knee. Dig Our Wear MOD. Do you still have my address? Philip Wills, the one who won the.
As long as he'll purchase through the site. So what I'll do is I'll send him a message through the website. It'll probably be tomorrow now by the time we get home. And then I'll just confirm his address.
I thought you lived together, like Morecambe and Wise.
Yeah, I thought
we do, but we don't like it to be known. So if you can keep that to yourself, Dave, that'd be great.
I won't tell anyone.
Dave, inch and bracket.
How do you think I knew about the massages?
Have you got trousers on?
No. But no, shorts on.
We wear shorts.
We have literally both got shorts on.
Are you in the bathroom? Are you sitting by the bath?
No, that's where I keep going up to the toilet.
Right.
Don't forget, have a look on Dig Our Wear if you want any T-shirts and such like. And if you want any big detecting show or archaeology and metal detecting magazine stuff, that's going to be going on there in the coming days. He's going to put that on there at some point. And don't forget to keep your eye out for any of the digs coming up for the MOD as well. That's not the Ministry Detect. That's the Ministry. Yes, it is the Ministry Detect, not the Ministry Defence. Fucking hate this.
And if you guys let us know what you want on your t-shirts, I will get them made up and sent over to you, and you can have a look and see what's what.
Badger's bottom.
Occadanus is bad bottom. If you're out this weekend, because you've got a 4-day weekend, have a great weekend. Happy Easter. If you're religious, happy Easter. And happy Zombie Jesus Day on Sunday. And we will see you back next week, where I think, top of my head, we are joined by Bish and friends from the Silas Metal Detecting. I hope I've said that right, because it's Silos. Not Silas. I thought it was Silas. Silas. From Phil's group, anyway, in Wales. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks, James and Ollie, and we will see you all next week.
Cheers, guys.
Good night.
Cheers, everyone.